Uh, all right then. We're going to end this. We're ending this tonight because I need to get this done and over with. I need to get this done and over with. Oh my god, I've got too many games going on. Because right after I'm done with this is getting replaced with the Kaiju Wars. I've got Monster Hunter, that if Twitch would screw up, which by the way, when I checked my thing last night, it keeps saying that you're going to jinx yourself and end up with another check. Yeah, I know. I better shut up. I'm just going to shut up right now. Will the defendant Lana Skye please take the stand? Ms. Lana Skye, you are the chief prosecutor and the defendant. I am sure you're aware of what is required of you. But Mr. Edgeworth, you already know everything. You know all that I've done these past 2 years. Please provide the court with your testimony, Ms. Skye. Remember, you are under oath. We want to hear the truth. Whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help you, Philippine God. Of course, the truth. Uh-oh, I didn't like the way she said that. No matter what happens, I'll always be your sister. Now then, your testimony, if you will. Alright. First, tell us about your relationship with Chief Gant. Everything hinges on your testimony. We're fucked. You're the only chance we have to get Gant. Fabrication. Worked alongside Gant for you. 1 second, just do something. I worked alongside Gant for years. There's no truth to this blackmail story. And that is exactly what I was thinking was going to happen. You bitch. I gave the evidence 2 years ago by myself. When I found Prosecutor Marshall's body, I rearranged the crime scene. My only motivation was to get Dart convicted. It had nothing to do with Emma. You sure about this testimony? Oh no, I'm confessing to capital offense. Of course I'm sure. If this is true, then what means Chief Gant has nothing to do with this? That's why I've been telling you from the beginning. Please, Mr. Wright, you've got to help her. She's sacrificing herself because of me. What if she's telling the truth? She's not. I know my own sister. Whenever she speaks stiffly like that, she's hiding something inside. Deep down, she's really screaming in agony. Yeah, this is no time to start second-guessing myself. Defense may now begin its cross-examination. Here we go. Inside again for years. Press. Many years exactly. That was since I made senior detective. Let's see, I was 24 then, so that would be 5 years. Detective Gant and Detective Skye were legendary partners. I personally saw them testify in numerous cases. It must have been good coming from the same school as Mia. Naming Gant as a respectable detective, that's why. There's no truth to this blackmail theory. But think about it, Miss Skye. As is tradition. Ah, man. You didn't murder Detective Goodman. You told me as much yesterday in jail. You still don't get it, do you, Mr. Wright? Gosh, bitch. Any testimony you cannot present in court is as useless as idle gossip. I stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife. And fabricated the evidence 2 years ago myself. Is there anything I can present to take this and shove it in their face? You do you say to help your sister? Their dog was a serial killer. My sister almost became his last victim that day. Damn it! I'm making up. I don't think I did this all day, all last time. I'm making up for it. My sister almost became the last victim that day. I didn't want that incident to ruin her life. Yet it has. What she did was justifiable self-defense. She wouldn't have been charged with anything. That's not the point. She was traumatized that day, all because of that creep. That's why I couldn't forgive him. So that's why you fabricated evidence 2 years ago? And you found Prosecutor Marshall's body and rearranged the crime scene. You say you did this all by yourself? Yes. Would you mind telling us what you found when you arrived at that crime scene? Seems I was the first person to discover the scene. The broken prosecutor's award was stuck in the victim's back. What? Prosecutor Marshall died from an unfortunate accident. That's only a situation you would dream was possible. The reality is, it wasn't my sister who took the prosecutor's life. Fantasize all you want, Mr. Wright. I'll never change this statement. You mean Prosecutor Marshall wound up being killed by Dark? Something like that. That is so. What happened to the other murder weapon? Dark was carrying a switchblade knife. All just to protect me. So when you found a scene like this, what did you do? After all, this is what everything boils down to. Yes. Psst. Broke the tip off Dark's knife, planted inside the wound, and moved the body. You planted the tip of Dark's knife. Why? Why would you do that? You of all people should know, Edgeworth. You've always had a good head on your shoulders. My head isn't that bad, but maybe I ought for the sake of the others. When you showed up on the scene, where exactly was the victim's body? You deduced it was by Chief Gant's desk. But the body was found by your desk. Why did you move it there? The reason for that is simple. Let's have the witness explain this with more detail. The reason Miss Skye moved the body. Throw that. Wow, she just keeps adding shit, doesn't she? This is a jar, you mean? Yes, that wretched jar you showed us earlier. In order to show that Dark committed the crime, I felt it would have been more expedient to move the body. So, when you first found the body, the jar was already... Of course, it had been shattered to pieces. If you looked at the crime scene, it would have been clear right away what happened. You know, Marshall was dead and Dark was lying unconscious. In other words, the jar must have been broken during their struggle. What's the matter, Emma? Apparently the jar shattered at the time this crime was committed. I have a feeling there's more to it than that. Anyway, I committed this fabrication completely alone. Now let's see if I can get her on this. Oh! Music stopped! Skye, I understand how you feel. You committed that crime 2 years ago to protect your sister. You mean the forgery at the scene where Neil Marshall was murdered? That truth were to be exposed now, the past 2 years of your life will have been in vain. Even so, I am compelled to bring to everyone's attention a significant contradiction within your testimony. You dumb bitch. Contradiction in my testimony? I should call her a dumb bitch. I should call her an annoying one. You testify, and I quote, "The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan." That's right. Do you have a problem with that? It's a simple oversight, really. You see, the message was written on this jar with the victim's blood. Yes, the prosecutor must have written it in his final moments. Exactly so. And this is where the contradiction lies. In order for the victim to be able to write this message on the jar, it must not yet have been broken after he died. He couldn't have written Emma's name on that shattered jar. What's she holding? Well, it wouldn't appear. More information is needed in regard to this jar and its bloody message. He may be missing something critical here. Something critical? Chief Prosecutor, it seems you are as in the dark as we are about the truth towards which we are headed. Oh, that was her. That's right. Her hands wrapped up. That's why. Look, thought she was holding a bomb. Like, oh, is she going to commit suicide? Just tell us exactly what you saw. We'll piece together the information to arrive at the truth. Very well. The witness may now continue her testimony. Yes. Jar and message in blood. Immediately noticed the blood traces on the jar. But it was dark in the room and I didn't have time to check it out. To be safe, I wiped away the blood. Fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them all. All I could think about was wiping them clean before they were discovered. You were the one who wiped it. I wasn't chief prosecutor at the time. She didn't think Dark was the real murderer. That's why she tried to erase the real evidence. Well, the defense may now begin its cross-examination. And there's some traces of blood. So the jar was already broken. It's a miracle that thing hadn't broken earlier. Tell me about it. It certainly looks like as feeble as the defense's case. Oh, kiss my ass! Not as feeble as the judge's judgment. You were an ace detective who never missed a detail. Do you really expect us to believe you didn't investigate what was written on the jar pieces? Normally I would have. It was dark in the room and I didn't have time to check it out. To be safe, I wiped. Fragments were stolen. Discovered. So you illegally rearranged the crime scene? Yes. Don't have any excuses. I don't know. You do so badly all this time. It's not too late. There's still plenty of crime to make up. Time to make up. Jesus. leave a permanent stain on the history of the prosecutor's office. Convictions have surfaced in her testimony. Your sister is really putting up a fight. She must really care about you. Still, she's not doing this the right way. I think I finally figured out the contradictions. One file possibility might turn around. Discovered. I'm gonna have to show that jar again. I just don't know where to. Skye, I believe this jar conceals a truth even you were unaware of. What? We found the final piece in this jar in the Chief Gant's safe. Why are you not in the freaking goddamn courtroom when we said that? Jesus. The Chief's safe, but how? I knew it. She really didn't know. There's something even more disturbing about that final piece. There was still blood on it. But the witness just testified that she gathered every last piece and wiped the blood off of them. Except for a dot here, a dot there, and yes, which leaves us only one explanation. On the night Prosecutor Marshall was murdered, you were not the first one up on the scene. Chief Gant got there before you. But couldn't the defendant have simply missed a piece? I'm afraid that's unlikely. The pieces were too big for anyone to miss, let alone an ace detective. That may well be, but everyone makes mistakes. Even I once wasted an entire day looking for my dentures. They were in my mouth all along. Huh. I can't even get mad at that because of how many times. Have you forgotten, Your Honor? This witness arrived at the scene. The jar was already broken. Oh, that. There's no way a name could have been written on the shattered jar. Another person discovered the scene prior to the witness. I hope you're not implying this person was Chief Gant. At this time, he was looking for Doc downstairs. Besides, I didn't get to read all that. Question is, if he did arrive there first, why did he hide that fact for 2 years? Oh, Your Honor, can you answer that? Wait, I'm not the one on trial here. Him and Dan arrived at the crime scene prior to the witness. He proceeded to break the jar and purposefully he hid one of the broken pieces. I speak English. No one speaks English good. Question. What is this action called? Hiding a piece? Fabrication of evidence. Oh yeah, fancy wording. But why would she can't do that? In light of what happened afterwards, isn't it clear what happened afterwards? Discovering the scene, Lana believed her sister Emma killed the victim. Determined to help her sister, she sought Gant's aid. Lending her his aid, Gant helped her create evidence that incriminated Dark, sparing Emma, and therein lies the reason why Miss Skye became Chief's puppet. Why did they have to have that blood spurt? Oh god, my freaking thumb hurts. Just because, oh god damn. No, I didn't. I did on my own. Get your hand away from your finger and never do that again. God. Please, sis, stop trying to protect the chief. Goddamn, don't ever try to rip your nails out like that again. Can't watch you suffer anymore for my sake. No, you didn't. It wasn't you, Emma. You didn't kill anyone. Don't believe anything Mr. Wright says. Defense attorneys make up the most foul lies to defend their clients. Foul lies. Imagine that coming from my own client. Yeah, he's got a point. I guess you two seen. Oh, kiss my ass, Chief Judge. Wait a minute. I'm not the one on trial here. What if we're still smack dab in the middle of Gant's trap? Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Lana, maybe right after all. What do you mean, Mr. Wright? So you do tell foul lies then, Mr. Wright? Skye, please testify once more. What if I put the I'm gonna cook and chicken a whole What? If evidence was fabricated behind your back, then Emma's accidental killing of prosecutor Marshall might also be a lie. But I do remember knocking over Mr. Marshall. Miss Skye, if you will. I can't. There's nothing to be afraid of anymore. This cross-examination may not change a thing. However, there is a possibility it will, if you tell the truth. Very well. I'll testify about what I really saw. Alright, the witness may testify once more for a final time. Actual crime scene. While I arrived, I found Mr. Marshall's body impaled on the suit of armor's sword. Emma and Dark were lying unconscious on the floor nearby. When I saw what had happened, I thought she did it. That's why I erased all the evidence that linked her to the murder. I had Chief Gant help me remove the body from the sword and carry it. But if it all really was a fabrication, Emma might be innocent. Unbelievable. The body was impaled on the armor sword? What's that? I can't tell that. For record. You really call that a sword? See, everybody's calling it a sword. I mean, it's more like a short spear. Or maybe a dagger? I don't know if okay. Actually, I do have proof. I gave it to Mr. Wright just this morning. What? To me? It's a picture I took of the crime scene as I encountered it. I thought it might be needed. But I don't remember receiving a picture like that. Leon must have known. See, Miss Wright, she really does have faith in you. Well, Mr. Wright, please present this picture. I don't remember receiving any pictures from Lana. Lana said she gave it to you this morning, right? I seem to remember getting something from her then. Let's check that evidence again. There must be a picture somewhere. Yes! Yes! And the... Where is it? Where is it? Okay. God damn. Okay, where? This is what she gave me. Or what I got. It's yeah. It's the only thing. Rotate, zoom in. Yep, there's the pages. Hey. Don't make fun of my... Shut up! Wait a minute. Hey, there's a picture here. Oh my god. Dun dun dun. Oh my. This is the actual crime scene. Now the detective saw the crime. As long as you tell the truth, we should be able to flush out the real murder. Very well, defense may now begin its cross-examination. Actual crime scene. And I found Mr. Marshall's body. I didn't even get to hit anything. Oh, it's him again. Come now, Audrey. This is the poorest excuse for a trial I've ever seen. You can't. What now? You want to make me out as the bad guy too? If so, I'd like to put in a word or two in my defense. I'm afraid it's too late for that. What? You already declined to testify. That means you forfeited your right to make statements of any sort. This must be that risk we were talking about earlier. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the sound of the noose tightening around your own neck. Jack! 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 So what? You think I'm worried? I don't know, you just turned into Electro. Sorry to disappoint you, but I don't need to make any statements. What do you mean? The evidence will do all the talking for me. Even if I can't testify, I can still present evidence. Yes, that's true. Wait, you mean you still have some conclusive evidence? No, I don't, but someone does. So, what's your excuse, righto? Why have you been keeping quiet about it? You do have something to show us, right? Something that proves who's who knocked over Neil Marshall during his death? Conclusive evidence that my controller is about to fall off this frickin' table because it won't stop. I won't stop making it vibrate. Yes. Is this true, Mr. Wright? Yeah. As much as I would love to do one thing, I'm not. Simply because I just don't want. I don't want this to last any longer. This case has lasted too long as it is. Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence It's present now, and if you try to conceal anything, you will be the one appearing before the Board of Inquiries. What do I do now? I better think this through carefully. I can't afford to make the wrong decision. Should I present that piece of evidence? The one that shows who really killed Prosecutor Marshall? No. Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time. What? That's a lie. Hey, Chief Grant, you opened my safe. I know you took that, what was inside. The conclusive evidence. I don't know what you're talking about. That's right, why don't you show them? We found it together. Oh, I see. It's because you know the truth, don't you? You know whose fingerprints are on it. That's why you won't present it. What are you talking about, Chief Gant? I figured it out. Take a good look at this picture. See that victim's vest? And notice anything odd about the chest area? It looks like part of it's been taken out for some reason. You mean you had this in your safe? What? That means you, Chief Police, have been concealing evidence. This is going to be the biggest scandal in the history of the police department. Impressive. To be honest, I didn't think you had that goal, righto? Well, I can't just let you pin me up as a murderer. I'll tell you what really happened. What? You mean you admitted to it? I was the first person to arrive at the crime scene that day. It then occurred to me that I could use the situation to control Lana. So you truly I knew Lana. If I made it look like the blame lay on her with her sister, that would, when she saw the scene, she would ask me for my aid. So you assisted Miss Skye. I told her to arrange all the evidence. I had her plant a knife tip in the victim's body and move the body across the room. And I ended up using that evidence to get Joe Dock convicted. When I tampered with the crime scene, I hid two pieces of evidence. One was before Lana. This was before Lana arrived on that scene, mind you. Two pieces of evidence. You mean those items in your safe? But why? For insurance, of course. Insurance? I was sure my plan would work, but it's always best to be prepared for the worst. I wasn't about to let anyone blame me for a murder that girl committed. You mean you are calculating that far ahead of forging the evidence? What do you take me for, a fool? I didn't make you police chief by dumb luck. See this jaw fragment? Come on, righto, cough it up already. I know you have it. Waiting for Miss Wright. So you admit it then, Chief Gant, that you were hiding the cloth you cut off the victim's vest in your safe? Yes, I admit it. I didn't want to have to do that. Not being cheap and all, but it's a lot better than being portrayed as a murderer. All right, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say for yourself? Just a moment ago, you didn't have any evidence you could present. Foolish move, righto. You should have shown it when you should have shown it then before it was too late. Been a long battle. Tell me about it. But the moment of truth has finally arrived. We're ending this thing. Oh my god, it's only 40 minutes in. And yeah, we're going to show it now. Your Honor, I do have evidence to present now. Alright then, let's see this conclusive evidence. Evidence that shows who actually murdered Prosecutor Marshall. Okay, we got that. It was this picture now. Shit. Okay, present. Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut this piece of the victim's vest? Oh yes, at last you finally brought it out into the open. There's a handprint on this piece of cloth. Your Honor, the prosecution requests that be immediately sent to the lab for analysis. This handprint on the leather, there must have been a strong impact for it to be left so clearly. You mean it could not have been forged? It must be authentic, conclusive evidence. Ho! You're as slow on the uptake as ever, Worthy. What? Think about it. Raito had all this time to present this evidence, yet he was reluctant to do so. Why would that be? You mean you already know? You know whose fingerprints are on that. Mr. Wright, do you really know? Whoever the fingerprints belong to must be the real murderer. Whose fingerprints are they? Very well, I'll tell you. It should be okay now. Everything's proceeding as predicted. Bullshit! You predicted this! Bullshit! Bullshit! God damn! I hate when people do that. Everything's going according to plan. But you didn't think of it! You didn't know this was how it was going to go. The person to whom these fingerprints belong to is... Meekins! That son of a bitch! No. Officer Meekins was a real villain for 2 years, the whole time. What? They're mine? I'm sorry, Emma. But why? Why didn't you tell me? You're really something, Raito. You knew this girl did it all along, and you still tried to pin the murder on me. So it's true, tragic but true. This girl really did shove Prosecutor Marshall to his death. How could you, you monster? Skye, you knew those fingerprints, those belonged to you all along. Yet you don't. Acted like you really didn't. Miss Skye, it's not over yet. What? I said the trial isn't over yet. Ha! I'm afraid it is over, boy. Not only this trial, but your career too. You purposely concealed this conclusive evidence. That, my friend, is a serious offense. I'm looking forward to the pressing charges after the defendant is convicted. I'll have your badge, boy. What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? Aren't you going to tell us how it feels? How it feels to be the one who single-handedly turned a poor little girl into a murderer? Before I do that, there's just one little thing I have to clear up. Oh? And what's that? Who really killed Prosecutor Neil Marshall? What? Chief Gant, you are absolutely right. This piece of cloth proves who the real murderer is. Who killed Neil Marshall, you ask? It was Emma Skye, wasn't it? I'm afraid that's not possible. You see, this piece of cloth contains a critical contradiction. What? A contradiction? What is this fool babbling about? I'm talking about a contradiction, one that proves who the real killer is. Mr. Wright, this piece of cloth. What could it possibly contradict? Chief Gant, your tyrannical reign ends here. Behold! Well, the piece of evidence that contradicts this cloth was inside us all along! Oh, for crying out loud! And what exactly is this supposed to be? It's a picture, dumbass. This is a picture Miss Skye took. Look, take a good look at it. See where the piece of this vest is cut off? Yes, his shirt is showing underneath. It's hard to make out with all the blood on his vest, though. Exactly my point. His chest is soaked in with blood. That's only natural. His lungs, no doubt, were punctured. Blood's poured out of his mouth. Oh, but that piece of cloth. Wait, there's no blood on it, and I didn't have to show them that fact. How? Ah! Since Emma Skye's fingerprints were on the cloth, there's no doubt that she shoved the prosecutor aside. However, Mr. Marshall was not impaled on the sword at that time. No, this is nonsense. Now then, Chief Gant, let me ask you something. Prosecutor Marshall was not impaled when he was shoved aside. He most likely hit his head on the ground and was knocked out. If so, then tell me, who could it have been? Who could have arrived at the scene before Lana Skye, picked up the unconscious prosecutor, and impaled him on the almost... God, that just irks me. That just irks me that they call that a sword. I mean, unless it's a hobbit standing there, unless it's like an armor for a hobbit, that is not a sword. He's gonna go... Oh, no. To make it look like Emma was responsible for the prosecutor's death. Oh. Have you played through all of these games? He's dragging on and on. Yeah, the person proceeded to write her name on the jar with the victim's blood. But now, let me tell you, there are... Oh god, I'm actually rewatching a couple of the Let's Plays for this series. Played all the previous episodes. Okay, so you only played the first game. Oh. If I ever feel like doing the next couple of games, oh boy, in this trilogy, oh boy. Ooh, you think this one's bad? I mean, not terrible, but draw that he then broke on. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that was close, Raito. You almost had me. Sorry, but you'll have to do better than that. I refute your allegations. What do you mean you refute his allegations? You see, this piece of cloth? It was illegal evidence. Order! What nonsense is this? Legal evidence cannot be used to convict the suspect. Remember, LG? Earlier, old Raito here concealed that piece of cloth. So, then, what's your excuse, Raito? You do have some conclusive evidence, don't you? Your Honor? I don't have any evidence I can present at this time. Oh my god, wait a minute. No, I had to have done that right. Well, that's true. Defense did refuse to present evidence. At that moment, that piece of cloth ceased to be legal evidence. That's not fair. Ho ho ho! Did you actually think you could best me in court? It looks like you're the last. It looks like the last laugh's on you, son. I'm afraid Chief Gant's claim is legally correct. Well, Mr. Edgeworth? True. Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a person, assuming, of course, that the evidence was indeed illegal. Well, Mr. Wright? Seems at last. Time for me to reveal my plan. You didn't have a plan! Shut up! Mr. Wright, do you admit to it? That you purposely and illegally I did not. I admit I refused to present it at one point. Ha ha! So the evidence is illegal. No, it isn't, Mr. Gant. Huh? It's not that I didn't present evidence then. It's that I couldn't. What do you mean you couldn't? There are certain procedures involved when presenting this evidence. No, Aji, don't listen to his lies. He's nothing but a coward. You can't really believe. There's only one issue left to be resolved in this trial. Is this evidence legal or not? Very well, let us settle this once and for all. Earlier, you refused to present this evidence. If you can prove your conduct was not in violation of the law, then do so. This is my proof, Your Honor. Evidence law. What's this? Yeah, it's kind of goofy looking, isn't it? I've won my homework too, Chief. Bullshit. He just got it that morning. Indeed, Emma Skye's fingerprints were on this piece of cloth. However, at that point in time, this was merely a piece of cloth, nothing more. What? You see, it's written right here in this book, the second rule of evidence law. Rule number 1, no evidence shall be shown without approval of the police department. I found this piece of evidence myself, inside your safe. It goes without saying I did not have approval from the police department. Rule number 2, unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And here's the crux of the matter. You see, at the time, it was impossible for me to prove the relevance between the cloth and the SL9 incident. What? What kind of nonsense is this? You want relevancy? Just take one look at this picture and... Sorry, but as you recall, when was this picture presented? That was shown only a few moments ago. No! He's right. At the beginning of the day's trial, this piece of cloth was still meaningless. The person who gave it real value as evidence was you, Damon Gant. Oh, it should have said the police chief, just to really rub it in, because you need the police to freaking and give the okay. But oh well. You yourself confessed to a certain truth. Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest. Oh, yes. No! It was then that you approved this cloth as conclusive evidence. Yes, you, Chief of Police, there we go. And that's what you... That's how you rub it into the fact that the police did indeed say, okay, personally approved this cloth. The only person who could have cut this cloth from the victim's vest was the one who stood before the prosecutor marshal in his final moments. In other words, the world murder, and there's only one person who could be. Damon Gant! The killer was you! Oh, here he goes. Oh. I knew I should have gotten rid of him. That good-for-nothing scum. For 2 years he's been sleeping around the department trying to get something on me. Crimes are being committed every day, yet he insisted on hounding me. Well, your crime wasn't exactly petty. He wanted to reinvestigate that case. He recruited Angel Stahl, then convinced Bruce Goodman. Bruce Goodman? Yeah, that's right. If the evidence is transferred, I'll lose my only chance to find the truth. Please, you've got to help me. Goodman turned him down, as he ought to. Still, Jake Marshall didn't know when to quit. He stole Goodman's ID card and tried to take the evidence. Goodman came to me that day. He wanted to file lost item reports. I went with him to the evidence room. Then all of a sudden he decided to speak out. What are you talking about, Goodman? I'd love to give this guy a Columbo voice, but goddamn. Can you please reopen the investigation, Chief? We can't transfer the evidence out. Well, there are too many questions left unanswered. I wanted to give him a Columbo voice, but I have not heard Columbo in so long. He opened his evidence locker, and as he was taking the evidence out, he said, "It's not too late, Nate. I'm going to hand all this over to Marshall." Yeah. Well, to be honest, I was a bit taken aback by his words. I had a bad feeling when he came to see me, but I never thought he'd bring up SL9. That's when I saw it, that accursed knife. Couldn't just pull it out, and so it only led to more blood, making it clear near impossible to hide your crime. Even so, the blood was just pouring out. I didn't know who might stumble in, so I hurried to wipe it up. I was hurrying so much about the floor I didn't realize my fatal mistake. The bloody handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker. I used to be known as the crime computer, but everyone has to start somewhere, I guess. I was too nervous. I had no business doing any of it. And you put the bloody body in my car. I'm sorry, I couldn't think of any other way to move the body. I broke your trunk, but what's the big deal? You make a lot more than us detectives ever will. Rick! The truth came out. So you took the evidence from Detective Goodman's locker. I felt bad for having to do it. I also didn't have the time to pick and choose what to take. So, you left a jar fragment in the glove. Yeah, looks like I was better off being an investigator of crimes than a committer. They all did their best to get in my way. I've got to hand it to them. They do their jobs well, much to my dismay. Fake evidence doesn't hold up very well upon close examination. You must have known that. Tell me, Worthy, why do you stand in court? Me? You despise criminals. I can feel it, you and me. Oh God, we're getting that speech. One day you'll understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go it alone. Well, looks like it's time to say goodbye. Oh, Udgy? What? Looks like we'll have to cancel that lunch date. Sorry, old friend. I'm sorry too, Demigant. I knew you as you used to be long ago. You were once a fine investigator and an example to others on the force. I'm sorry to learn that you are no longer that person. Those days are long gone, Udgy. Thanks for all the memories, though. Don't worry, you'll be fine. No, you have Raito here. And Worthy. With these two around, you can't go wrong. In fact, I can hear them already. The melodious sounds of a new beginning. There are two things I want you to understand. Yes? First, your sister never hurt anyone. Second, Damon Gant betrayed you from the beginning. See, Miss Skye, you no longer have to have any reason to keep silent. Let me point at you accusingly. You're right. When this trial is over, I'll tell everything. All that I've done these past 2 years. From the time I Had Gant help me forge evidence up until today. So, it seems all the questions raised in this trial have been answered. I'm sorry, Miss Skye. I couldn't get you out of all your trouble. My, what high standards you have for a rookie. God, this guy's been through 4 freaking... I can see why Mia, I thought so highly of you. Who knows, a few years from now, you might make it to the top. Looks so weird on her now. Get so used to her with that one look, and then all of a sudden she starts smiling. Oh, you my thanks, Mr. Wright. Miss Skye? And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. You've suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few years. Believe me, I know how much an ordeal it's been for you. It was nothing. Liar. I'm sorry to pressure you. Pressure might break you, and yet you rose above it all and guided Mr. Wright to victory. You've done well, Mr. Edgeworth. Stop it. I only did my job. In light of this case, it seems a good self-examination is in order for all of us. Miss Skye, yes, Your Honor, you're innocent of murder. However, although the chief blackmailed you, the fact that is you still acted as his accomplice. The trial will be scheduled for these crimes at a later date. Yes, I understand, Your Honor. There's something amusing about all this. Why are you smiling? It's been a long time, Your Honor. A long time since I felt free of these heavy chains. Well, this trial has been gone on far too long already. Regarding the charge of murder, this court finds the defendant, Lana Skye, not guilty! And they can put away the freaking cattle prods. Because I finally did it. I finally got this damn thing done. Oh, God. His oldest court is adjourned. February 25th, 5:03 p.m. Yep. At long last, it's finally over. Emma? Why the long face? I'm sorry your sister didn't get completely off the hook. It took, what, 4 months? Oh, God. Something like that. Although, let's be honest, I didn't exactly help by just not playing it for a while. At least she wasn't convicted for a murder she didn't commit. No, that's not it. Just now, after the trial ended. And see why Miss Faye. Yeah, Faye. He thought so highly of you. Thanks, Mr. Wright. And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. You suffered as much as I have. Done well. I did my best too, but Lana didn't say a single word to me. Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Oh yeah, I forgot. He's the one should be like in Columbo. Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later. Jesus Christ. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is... Oh my God. You're doing this to me on purpose, aren't you? Making a detective run around on duty. Are you even still a detective? Top it off, you call me here. You like, no, pals, I'm only kidding. Oh, you here because of my sister again? Nope, not this time. I came today because of you, pal. Me? That's right. Thought you'd like to see someone. Oh my God. Could you be doing this? She's still under arrest, you know. Well, I won't tell if you don't. Emma, I owe you an apology. It's okay, sis. You didn't. Don't worry about it. That day 2 years ago was the first time in my life I ever panicked. It was all I could do to keep myself from screaming. All I could think about was keeping you from getting wrapped up in this mess. I asked Gant to help me cover up the truth. Thought I was doing it for your sake. But now I realize I was wrong. It changed me. I changed after that day. I had to. It was the only way I could make it through that past 2 years. I knew both. I can't talk. I knew how much I was hurting you by distancing myself, but I couldn't bring myself to tell you what I did. I was scared. Oh, please. I hate when she does that now because of what happened earlier. I'm scared that you look at me with those eyes of yours. I was scared of how you'd react if you knew. It says you were only doing it for me. No. Huh? I turned my back on you that day. In hiding with what I believed to be the truth, I was deceiving you. I'm such a fool. It took me all this time to realize it. Emma, I'm so sorry. It says you didn't have to apologize. I'm happy now. You are happy? Of course. No, sis. I always knew that one day you'd come back, and now you have. Oh, Emma. No one can change the past. The only thing we can do is strive to make up for our mistakes. Why must we make up for our mistakes, you ask? Because in doing so, we can find a way back to our rightful path. And it is from there. That's right, Mr. Gumshoe. Thank you both for what you done today. I'm sure we'll meet again someday. Right, Edgeworth. Edgeworth? Stop hiding and come over here. Ah! Where was he hiding? I just came to say congratulations. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Right. Well, I'll be going now. Mr. Edgeworth, I hope you don't blame yourself for what happened. We were the ones who acted corruptly, not you. It's too late for me. No matter what anyone may say, I realize today that I can't correct my mistakes. Mr. Edgeworth. Not only that, but I don't even trust myself anymore. Chief Gant was right. Blah, blah. We're the same speech, blah, blah, blah. I do despise criminals. I plan to dedicate my entire life to fighting them, but in order to fight crime on my own, I need a weapon. It's scary, but I've known that to be the truth for quite some time now. But Edgeworth, who knows, given enough time, I might try to pull something like Chief Gant did. That thought terrifies me. That's why I can't continue to be as a prosecutor. Edgeworth, don't you understand? Demon Gant and your mentor, Manfred von Karma. The second time von Karma gets mentioned now. Never mentioned through the whole case. You'd think that would come up more often, but it doesn't. Especially with what this case is all about with forged evidence and shit. We're both the best of the best when it came to fighting crime. But they both made the same mistake. They said in order to fight crime on my own, I need a weapon. That may be true. And by the way, let's not forget that von Karma only lost, that what caused him to lose was the fact that he murdered someone, not that he was trying to use falsified evidence. He was, but that wasn't what he got caught for. That may be true, but think back to today's trial. You weren't alone. You were working together with Mr. Wright. Because of that partnership, you were able to present evidence that otherwise would have gone undiscovered. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Oh, what? Yeah. What is? All according to plan. All according to plan. Finally, when they're like giving him credit, he's like, "What? Yeah, totally planned." Come on, Mr. Wright, show him what Lon is talking about. Evidence, huh? Something that neither Edgeworth nor I would have found on our own. Was it the cloth? Or was it this thing? That might mean something to you, but I don't see it had anything to do with our partnership, huh? That's right, it seems you still have a lot to learn as well. I guess that wasn't the right piece of evidence. Whoops. Oh well. Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, for God's sakes, it's gonna make me keep doing this. Oh, was it this? No. You'll excuse me. There are still some loose ends that need wrapping up. Take care of it, Chief Prosecutor. She's not Chief Prosecutor. What will you do now? Well, whatever you do, just remember, let what happened. You can let what happened kill the prosecutor in you, or you can let it help you grow. In the end, it's up to you. I know it seems I owe you my thanks too, Mr. Wright. But that what I face now is my problem. Edgeworth, I'll be waiting for you in court. Farewell. I'd better be going too. Okay, well, I'll be by your side in the visit room. It seems you both have a lot to learn and catching up to do. Oh, look! She's getting one with a freaking magnifying glass. Yeah, this is a little something for you. Scientific investigation. It's the first book I ever saw. Study it well. Thanks, sis, I will. Oh my god, I'm just... So another case comes to a close. As for the sisters, I have faith. Faith that their lives have only just begun. Oh my god, this freaking case, I swear it killed me. As for me, I think it's time I started on a new journey of my own. Trying to rediscover myself. Oh, don't go trekking off just yet, pal. Huh? What is it, detective? There's just a little matter to be resolved about the chief prosecutor. See, isn't supposed to be out of jail like this. But I thought you said it was okay. Yeah, well, it may be okay with me, but the folks in the prison are a different story. Basically, I had Huh? Way to go, detective. I didn't know you had it wild side in you. Oh, well. Haha. You see, this right here's... Second. Bastard. Yeah, exactly. What do you think? I could afford that? My salary? You gotta be kidding me. Yeah, I don't even know if Phoenix actually gets paid for his freaking things since he can loaf around for 2 months. And just saying, no, I don't want your case. No, I don't want your case. No, I don't want your case. Which he did before this case. Why is it I suddenly feel like I want to scream? Hey, pal, I got an idea. Why don't we go? I'll go pay it off together. Yeah, that's a great idea. Come on, guys. Let's go. Oh, Jesus Christ. And here we go. The end credits for this, for the first of the trilogy. I don't know if I'm going to play the next. If I do play the next one, it's not going to be for a long time. This is getting replaced. This playthrough is getting replaced with Kaiju Wars, a game that I actually do like. I like this game, but oh my god, does it have? Don't let her be in countries. God damn. I swear, the only reason it's even been an hour and 20 minutes is because of, like, everybody just yakking at the end. Show them the... Oh, for fuck's sake. Dick gumshoe. Oh my god. Shuichi Muramoto. God. Oh yes, we can't forget about you, can we? Just that little dance. Oh, and he broke. Oh god. I don't know what to say. Not really anything I can say. It's over. I keep saying that. Oh. What is it? Can't you see I'm having me a showdown with steak lunch? Miss Star managed to sneak this one in. It's in for me. Well, Cowboy, looks like you did it. You even gave Bambina back her. Oh, man. Well, looks like we won't be seeing each other for a while. As a farewell gift, I put a new meal on the menu the right way. What? I don't know. Dinner is dig the turnaround thing. Just be sure not to eat it backwards. Brandon Gay. And there's the judge. Never forget what that young defense lawyer had. Let's see, what was his name, Mr. Left? Anyway, he said he's been doing or something or other. How many years? Well, anyway, I've got another trial to get to, so I better. Oh no, I forgot my gavel. Sorry, gotta go. Ay. Translation. Ay. Yoko Muto. Oh, here's Maya. Oh, nothing soothes the soul like fresh country air. Still sometimes I do miss hearing you affections, though I can't go back until I'm a full-fledged spirit medium. It's like, Maya, afternoon training's about to begin. Well, see you around, Nick. Oh my god. Seriously, she could have just brought Goodman back from the dead and all that. Oh. Ay, ay, ay. Kobayashi Maru. Kintaro Ohira. Mr. Edgeworth? Mr. Ruth, I brought you your tea. What's going on? God. He brings tea all the way across away from the hotel. For Christ's sake. Thanks for coming to see me off. I can't believe I'm going to Europe. Thank you, Mr. Wright. Thank you so much for everything. I'm a little sad, but I'll be alright. Whenever I want to see Lana, all I have to do is open this book. We have to make sure it's that duck. There we go. Oh my god. Yay! I got the achievement for finishing that. Woo! It's officially over. I've gotten the achievement and everything. It's saved. I'm ending the stream here. I am glad to be done with this. That freaking game. Not a bad game. Just like you. Yeah, exactly. It's that last case. Just it. Oh my god, that last case. So freaking long. There was nothing that really happens. Like it just felt like it dragged to drag at kick points. Like it. I like the character. I'll be honest. I like of the villains I've seen. Watching I've been watching Luca Jin's playthroughs of these games. Of the villains, well, Karma and Gant are my favorite villains so far because they actually were like, oh well, with the guy in the second game, a close third. I can't remember what his name is, but oh my god, that last case just dragged on and on and on and on. So like I said, I'm going to end it here. I am so happy Twitch did not screw up anything. I can only assume for whatever reason. Well, I'd like to assume that it's because of maybe it's my computer or something because of what frame drops I had with Monster Hunter, but I don't know. Twitch has been acting goofy off and on anyway. So, I'll try to be back tomorrow. Thank you everybody for stopping by. If you made it this far in the VOD, thank you for watching. And I hope to see you in the next stream, everyone. Take care.